sweetie. Welcome to Food and Nutrition. Last class, we talked about sources of food nutrients. Today, we are looking at functions of food nutrients. Happy learning. Components of food nutrients. That is basic food nutrients. We discussed that in our last class. But you should know that the components of food and their functions in the body are many. To have a fit and healthy body, we should know about the components of the food and the functions of the food nutrients. Food components are the main sources of energy for the human body. Each food contains a combination of many nutrients, and very food contain only one component in one food. Food can be divided into the six types of the basis of its component. That is what we discussed last class. That is the carbohydrates, the protein, fats and oil, vitamin, mineral salts, and water. Now let's refresh ourselves. What are the basic food nutrients? Food components are both mineral and organic substances that we can locate in food and which we call nutrients. Nutrients provide all the energy and vitality necessary to carry out bodily functions, day-to-day tasks, and in general, we can maintain and enjoy good health. Remember, we don't consume food only to nourish ourselves and have energy, but we also consume food for pleasure. The basic food nutrients, like we mentioned in our last class, are carbohydrate, protein, fats and oil, vitamin, minerals, and water. Let's find out the functions one by one. Functions of food nutrients. We all know food is the main element of the life forces of living things. Our physical fitness and also sickness depend on food. So, we must have knowledge about food and its components to living a healthy life. You will find out these basic nutrient functions in our body to have a healthy life. Let's start. Functions of carbohydrates in the body. Carbohydrate gives energy to the body. Everybody needs energy for work, play, read, write, and so on. People who do very hard work, such as a truck or wheelbarrow pushers and bricklayers, need a lot of carbohydrates. The functions of carbohydrates are unavoidable for the human body because it increases the working capability of the body and produce heat and energy. Both less and excess carbohydrate consumption is harmful to human health. Malnutrition occurs for carbohydrate deficiencies. Too much of carbohydrates can cause overweight, that is obesity. So, simple carbohydrate is much important for human body nutrition. The human body can only absorb simple carbohydrates. So, therefore, it is good to take the amount of carbohydrates needed for the body, depending on age, body weight, height, and physical activities. Remember, excess carbohydrate is stored in the body as fats, and if it is consumed more than the requirement of our body, the result is obesity may occur. Protein. Functions of protein in the body. Protein helps to build new tissues and repair worn out tissues. This nutrient is very good for growing children. Protein is obvious for body building. The maximum components of the formation of the body cells are protein-based. Human bodies, muscles, hair are built up with protein. Protein controls the formation and action of body cells. As protein help us to build up the body, we should pay attention to the quantity of protein. Lack of protein in diet causes kwashiorkor. The stomach becomes big with tiny hands and legs and flopping colored hair. So it is good for us as a children to take protein. Functions of fats and oil in the body. Fats provide the following support in the human body. 1. Fats among all foods produce the most heat and energy. Secondly, it is essential for body nutrition and growth. Thirdly, it prevents the wastage of energy from the body and works as the storehouse of food for the future. Fourthly, it keeps the freshness and the smoothness of skin and prevents skin disease. And lastly, fatty components absorb soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, and E. So it is necessary for us to have some fats in our nutrients. Vitamin A. We are starting with vitamin A. What is the functions of vitamin A in the body? Vitamin A helps the body in this following way. 1. It ensures that the action of natural formation and the growth of the body. 2. It keeps various body tissues such as skin and eyes normal and fresh. 3. It keeps the bone and the teeth formation fit and healthy. 4. It keeps eyesight fit and prevents night blindness or night blind disease. Lastly, it prevents disease infection in the body. Teenager boys, girls, adults, men, women, pregnant women all need a vitamin daily. Now, lack of vitamin A causes night blindness. That is, one cannot see clearly in the evening or when the light is dull. Functions of vitamin D in the body. Our body creates vitamin D from direct sunlight on our skin. Vitamin D is only found from an animal source. Yolk, small fishes, liver, milk, and butter are the source of vitamin D. Besides, it is found in garbage and oily fish. The functions of vitamin D. It, it helps to build up bones and teeth. It helps for bone formation and growth. It helps to absorb calcium and it increases the ability of disease protection. Lack of vitamin D is rickets. Rickets is a childhood disorder that attacks children for vitamin D deficiencies. The bones grow abnormally, become bent, and swallow in the joints. This results in knock knees and bow legs. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is the most common vitamin that is known. Vitamin C is found in fresh vegetables and fruits. Vitamin C works as following. It makes the structure strong, attaching all the cells of skins, bone, and teeth with each other. It reconstructs the wound. It makes wound to heal faster. It keeps teeth and gum strong. It plays a vital function in the metabolic process of fats, protein, and amino acids. It prevents disease. And finally, it helps to prevent skin disease, prevent the infection of throats and nose. Lack of vitamin C causes scurvy, that is, swelling of the tongue and bleeding of the gum in the mouth. Vitamin E. Functions of vitamin E in the body. Vitamin E is an essential vitamin for our body. Intake of vitamin E increases immunity. Vitamin E reduces the risk of heart disease, stroke, muscle pain, cold attack, and other physical issues. Let's see other functions of vitamin E in our body. It helps in self-building. It participates in various action and reaction of the human body and removes infertilities. It fights against the aging of cells. Mineral salts. Now let's look at the functions of minerals in the body. Minerals are part of the structures of many tissues. For example, calcium in the bone give firm support to the whole body. Now, the functions of minerals in the body are they are part of the structure of the organism, the skeleton, nail, hair, and so on. They are regulatory elements such as vitamin, muscle contraction, and so on. It protects the body from disease. Now let's look at the last basic food nutrients, which is water. Functions of water. Water is an important component of food nutrients. Our body activities cannot be continued without water. 60% to 70% of our body weight is water. Almost food contain more or less water. Only by drinking water we fulfill the requirements of water. Functions of water include 1. It helps to assist the other food nutrients in the functions. 2. It aids digestion. It helps in excretion and circulations of blood. Water is unavoidable component of food. Water is just next to oxygen to save life. Humans can live a few weeks without food, but cannot live a few days without water. So, it is a must to drink sufficient water for a healthy life. Wow, we have come to the end of today's topic. Hope you have grabbed a lot. In summary, nutrition food is required daily for the proper functions of body in our for, um, for the proper functions of food in our body. It should be as per the requirement of the age, occupation, and health. It must be rich with all the important components. Protein, carbohydrate, fats is needed for the construction of new tissues of the body. They are needed for the body growth and increase of the ability of physical activities. In the same way, vitamins and mineral salts are needed for physical activities and good health. Know that an ill-nourished child cannot be developed mentally with lack of basic food nutrients. So therefore, it is good for us to make our daily diet with all the basic food nutrients in our body so that we can have an healthy life. Stay healthy, be healthy.